And he's gone. Okay, even better. You know what? A fresh start. Love it. Perfect. It's okay. We've got everything under control over here at Nerd Crusade HQ. It's great.
We're just trying to get everyone's cameras to work, which is really the kind of thing you have to sell your soul for most of the time. Oh dear.
So it's the three of us plus the green man over there.
Okay. What's BC's opening, guys? Do you recall?
Listen, we've heard it every night since August.
Welcome back to the itty bitty nerdy committee.
Yeah.
I'm Table.
I'm Red.
It is I, Shino Brando.
And
Beastie's gone missing.
And the guy that keeps on popping in and out is Beastie Boy.
And tonight we discuss news from across the nerdyverse, including comics, movies, television, and more. And stay afterwards to hear one of the latest comics. No, I don't remember the last bit. Fuck!
And stay tuned at the end of our show to hear a newly released comic of the week.
There you go, Red! Teamwork!
Alright.
Let's start with some news, shall we?
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about a video game that's coming out. Fucking Lord of the Rings Gollum. I don't think anyone asked for this, but it's coming. We have a trailer dropped. It's by Daedalic, the same people who did the Shadow of Mordor stuff. And, Gollum did appear in those games, but those games were very specifically removed from general Tolkien lore. Like, they were related for sure, but they weren't, based off the books. Whereas the Gollum game is going to focus on what that horrible little man was up to in between The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, which is a pretty big time frame. It's like 60-something years, I think. Don't at me, Tolkien nerds. I'm sorry. In the most recent update about it, we got a whole trailer which was narrated, and it talks about Gollum's what he's gonna have to do. It's primarily a stealth-based game because Gollum does not fight people if he can at all avoid it, and if he does, he jumps them from behind and like the horrible little man he is. Yeah. What's up, Fred?
Are you telling me this is Solid Snake Gollum?
It might be. It really might be.
Metal
Can you picture Gollum with Can you picture Gollum with QTEs?
Yes.
He's gonna have to hide behind shit. We're looking at environments like Mordor, Mirkwood, the Mines of Moria. Like, this guy gets around.
He does.
And yeah. And we've got a released character model for Gandalf the Grey, which is a little bit more interesting than the movies one, which is, gray robes that are uniform in color and just a hat. Don't get me wrong. Movie Gandalf is iconic. We love his look.
Yeah.
And Sir Ian McKellen kills it. However, the new model is on screen right now, and you can see it's got some more details. He's got some stuff going on with his hat. He's got kind of a fur mantle-y thing, which looks pretty fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have a specific release date, but it's supposed to come out in 2022 at some point.
Okay.
That's close. And that's relatively close.
Yeah.
All things considered.
And it's supposed to have a 22... Pardon?
All things considered, that's relatively soon.
Yeah, it's a lot sooner than it could be. And some of the devs have described the gameplay as Prince of Persia style, which is really confusing because those games haven't come out in a hot fucking minute. There's been no updates to that series.
And there's a new one coming out relatively soon, but it's a throwback to the DOS one.
Yeah, exactly. And so a lot of early Prince of Persia is just fucking side-scrollery stuff, and this is not side-scrollery, so who knows?
I think I just absolutely
There's supposed to be about...
I think I absolutely murdered Ashino when I reminded him of DOS.
Yeah, took me back. Way back.
It's like when I mentioned OE a couple weeks back.
What's worse is I played that Prince of Persia. I not only played it, I owned that Prince of Persia.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Yeah.
Well, the game is expected to have about 20 hours of gameplay, and since it's story-driven, I can't imagine it'll take that much longer to do everything. They'll probably put in a whole bunch of, like, replay achievements or something, because they hate us, but it's not that bad.
I can't
Okay.
wait till EA tips their fingers in and you gotta buy DLC for
have I
the
entered
Lord of the
Shadow
Rings
Realm?
game.
All right, which takes me to my next piece of news, if you'd please, Rhett.
Yep. Oh, we lost the table hard. Oh, okay. Awesome.
there you
Hello?
are.
I saw you guys freeze, and I went, "Oh no, I've been consumed by the Shadow Realm."
Yeah, this is
Well, my second piece of news. I'll try and get through this before, you know, the heart of the cards fails me again. So, Red Notice is a movie that Netflix is working on. Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
we still see you. You're good.
You're here.
Yeah. Now you're not.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, so the Red Notice, right?
uh-huh.
Is a movie.
Inform me.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, the internet tonight's a rough one, huh?
Boy, oh
There,
boy.
we hear you. We hear you.
We
see you.
We see
Okay.
you in a crisp
Okay.
144p. It's great.
Oof. I've got just enough pixels that I could hang out in Minecraft. Glad to hear it. So, my last bit of news, please, Lord. Netflix is making a movie again. This one is called Red Notice, and it's apparently their biggest investment to date. And it's gonna have like a lot going on. It focuses on Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson playing a FBI profiler, coming into contact with Gal Gadot as an art thief and Ryan Reynolds as a con man. It's being produced also in part by Universal and Legendary, or it was, and then Netflix picked it up in 2019 because Backstreet Boys caused problems for people, and they just kind of hung on to it.
Yeah.
It's true. Everyone was too busy going to the Backstreet Boys to watch a new movie or even work on a new movie.
It's true.
So
Facts.
it's going to be premiering November 12th, which is neat, and all of the pictures I've seen look super cool, even if, there's a voice in my head that's trying to tell me about politics. And look, there are some politics we'll get into on this show, and then there's some we actually just shouldn't do.
10-4.
And some of the politics around Gal Gadot is definitely one of those. Yeah. But
10-4.
Credit where it's due, she is a good actor. She is good at her job. And very pretty. But yeah, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's tweeting about it, which it's always wild. Like, every time he tweets about an acting thing, I always get a little bit excited for him, because you know what? I feel like he deserves it. He's a good person, and he deserves to have escaped pro wrestling.
Hey, The Rock likes to have fun, so I mean, why not?
Yeah. Like,
and as long
he's actually
exactly.
He's a better landmark for the quality of a movie than both Ryan Reynolds and Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot was in Wonder Woman 84, and Ryan Reynolds is mostly good, but every now and then he's in something that's absolute garbage. Like, it's been a while, but it happens.
But it does happen.
Yeah, what was that?
Yeah,
what was that rom-com he was in, like, just a couple years back?
Oof,
I don't know, but there was this one that I always think of when I think of bad Ryan Reynolds movies, which was he was in this one that was about someone who had psychosis who went off their meds, and it was bad. Everything about it was bad. He put someone's head in a fridge. I cannot describe to you the extent to which I don't think you should watch that movie.
Understood.
Yeah. But Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, on the other hand, name one really bad movie he's been in that you didn't enjoy.
Doom.
Oh.
But that's the beginning of his career. We're talking about, like, later on.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay, fair point. Point taken.
That skyscraper
After
one,
Doom,
but I never saw
uphill.
it.
Oh, wait.
Skyscraper.
Oh, yeah, there's also Rampage.
He has, like, a few that I'm like...
Rampage can get away with. I think he should be allowed Rampage because it's giant animals, and I think that's fun.
But we forgive him because he did like 2 Jumanjis, so we're okay now.
Yeah, exactly.
And listen, There is no reason for Jumanji to be as actually good as it is.
This is what it. Thank you. Because when I went to go see that movie, I was just like, this turned out better than it should have been. Why? And the sequel came out. I was like, this is just as good. Why?
Still good. This is still good.
It
So-
blows
Worth noting,
me away.
there was
Yeah.
people dropping shit about like, will there be another Jumanji in the
Oh, there
news
is.
this week? Is there?
Yeah. Yep. There is.
Okay, because
Good.
the official comment from Karen Gillan was she hadn't heard anything, but also like,
Yeah. No,
It's
there
still
is.
in pre-production.
Yeah, it is. There's a third one in the works. That, from what I hear,
Terrifying.
Yeah, just nothing concrete yet. But like, I mean, the studio would be stupid not to do it because like the
It's
other
true, it
two
makes
have-
money.
First two made
Yeah.
it money hand over fist. And
So
like
yeah.
audiences enjoyed them. It's the
Yeah,
best
yeah.
of both worlds. Like who
Yeah.
okay, continue making them until they suck.
Ye-
Listen, if we can get
Yep.
9 Fast and Furious, we're getting 5 Jumanjis.
All right, listen, man. Listen,
Mm.
I keep telling you, Fast and Furious is around because things sell. It's not
No.
hard to sell
Look.
cars and boobies on screen.
No,
You're
no,
right,
It,
you're
it's,
not- you're
it sells.
right, you're right.
It sells because family. That's what you forget.
look, man, I
Nailed it.
think
Nailed it.
it's been pointed out to me, and I kind of agree. It was a little tasteless to keep making Fast and Furious movies after one of the stars died in a high-speed car accident. I think
Yeah.
that's just poor taste.
Right.
Yes, I know
But
what you're
that
saying,
movie
but yeah.
Is
This
going
one's
to be
for
the
family.
first movie.
So much money, though.
Mm-hmm.
Fast 9, I promise you, by the time this episode comes out, like on YouTube, so if you do not catch our show live here on twitch.tv/NerdCrusade, you can catch it on our YouTube channel as the Itty Bitty Rerun Committee. By the
I was
time,
gonna say,
by the time
yeah.
it's the rerun, that movie
Uh-huh.
will be projected to hit $1 billion.
I
Jesus.
thought it already did.
Jesus.
what?
What?
Why? Listen,
I-
first
hold
and
on.
foremost,
Hold
first
on.
and
I don't
foremost-
know. I
hold
said
on.
I think. I don't
First and-
know.
First and foremost,
I hate
okay,
that.
the movie is already the movie is already wrong because you can't keep claiming family now that one of them is completely gone. The family's no longer complete.
No, listen, no. It's the bonds that hold the family together.
Oh yeah, I'm sure, dude. Like she said, after after Brian O'Connor disappeared, we shouldn't be making any more of these movies, man. Or at the
But
very
he
least, we shouldn't be including his family anymore. Like Mia
Family.
and his son. But yet
Family.
they're in the movie for some reason. Family.
Because family. That's the only reason.
Family.
And on that
Family.
note, let's start my news, shall we?
Oh, jeez.
What do you got, Red?
I've got some sad news from from speaking of losing some family. We have lost someone in
Family.
the super family.
Family.
It is my unfortunate job to bring you tonight the loss of Richard Donner.
This is a hit too big.
Richard Donner, for those that are unfamiliar, shame on you, climb out from under your rock,
Mhm.
Damn.
Mhm.
was the legendary director of Superman, the motion picture, The Goonies,
Yep.
and Lethal Weapon. And
Yep.
in those three, you
Yep.
have cultural touchstones that haven't been matched since.
Yeah. No, honestly, man, I think like because I believe 48 hours predates Lethal Weapon, but then like when he did Lethal Weapon, he perfected the buddy comedy, like
Right.
the cop buddy comedy, like he did it well. It's just like everything after that formulated off of Lethal Weapon.
Right. Hang on while we get a table back. But
Yeah,
Richard
I can
Donner's
back.
legacy will continue as the movie adaptations of Superman and Supergirl, for that matter,
Yeah.
like
Like, he really,
continue to be
set the
ever in the
stage.
zeitgeist. Table, you're saying?
He kind of set the stage for how a visual adaptation would work. So you're actually never going to be able to get away from that entirely.
Especially
yeah,
when you
yeah.
consider that Superman the movie features, in my personal opinion, the best John Williams score to date, and he did Star Wars.
Oh, there's
John
ooh, there's-
Williams,
ooh,
gold.
there's qu-
He makes
yeah,
nothing but gold.
there's
Hard
quite a bit of
facts,
themes
I
he's
just
done
put
over the
Superman
years.
at the top of the list. That's all.
There's quite a bit, man. He's done quite a bit. There's Star Wars, there's Harry Potter, there's the Pirates of the Caribbean. There's plenty of themes he's gone through, man. So it's kind of hard to like pinpoint Superman as the top. But I mean, I'll tell you that shit's fucking memorable. Tell you
Right?
that
Yeah.
much. It hits you when you hear it. You know what you're listening to.
110%. So,
Right?
with that in mind, thank you, Richard Donner, for showing us that man can fly.
Yeah. Speaking of, Donner's Superman is what reset the entire summer blockbuster. So like you kind of had to follow his mold if you're doing like a big budget superhero movie, and so nobody was able to copy it until like 1989 with Batman. So they
Huh.
just keep that in mind, right?
DC to DC. Back when they
Yeah.
made good movies, I guess.
Donner was ahead of his time.
From the loss of some family to the addition of into a new family, we have the
Family.
stupidest name for the console I've ever seen in my whole life.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Nintendo Switch OLED model.
OLED.
Damn.
OLED.
Fine.
OLED.
Solid? What?
OLED.
Listen. Okay, fine. So
Old.
Mhm.
this is going to feature a 7-inch OLED screen.
Mhm.
My bothersome
Look.
with that word is it's LED, and then you threw an O in front of it, and you change the whole way that whole word is said. That's my problem with it.
Also, LEDs are cool. LEDs are nice. Don't name your consoles after their LED capabilities, idiot.
But they
Absolutely
wanted
ridiculous.
to because it's Japan.
So, listen, as long as it's not the new Nintendo Switch or like the Nintendo Switch U, I guess I can live with it.
Listen, man, it's not so you
Nintendo,
can
switch it up.
you can just, but like it's literally in your. You have the naming convention down for many years. I mean, why not just call it Super Nintendo Switch?
Who
You're at-
knows?
Are you waiting
Listen,
for Zach
this is
to
the
like?
same company
shrink
that
down?
did.
Yeah,
This is the same company that did Wii and GameCube.
I liked GameCube. Fuck you.
Yeah, what the fuck? What's wrong with you?
I'm
I,
just-
I
no,
like
no,
GameCube
no.
too.
And I'm not throwing under the bus. What I want to say is Nintendo has always come up with strange names in its entire legacy after throwing super on the end of things to going,
Yeah,
what the fuck did Wii mean? Now, after 2007, Wii means something.
yeah.
Mhm.
But here it is. It could have been Super Nintendo Switch,
Could have been.
and yet,
Just
we're not,
fucking
and yet we're
not.
not doing it.
or Switch Pro, if anything.
Or
But
Switch Pro. Like,
jeez.
all right, man.
So,
Or if they went the Game Boy route, just like the super advanced Switch or something like that. Some stuff.
Yeah, the
yeah,
Switch
the Nintendo
Advance.
Switch
Switch
SP.
Advance.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know what? We should be working for Nintendo.
It's look, it's like the universe should hire us to make up these names for all these multimedia things, but I haven't got a check yet. We haven't got a check.
We have a marketable skill set.
Exactly. Oh man.
So let's talk stats, shall we?
Go ahead.
So this 7-inch OLED screen is significantly
OLED.
bigger than the 5.5 screen that is on the current console. It's got a wider kickstand for some reason.
better angles.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I can hear you, and you're welcome. It's the most impressive feature is it's got an extra port on it.
Damn.
What port? What's it do?
It's for LAN, for Ethernet. It's built right into the dock.
Because your Wi-Fi capabilities are ass.
Yeah, it's true.
Because
Switch
the-
Wi-Fi sucks.
Listen, okay? So we have been experiencing Switch Wi-Fi on Monday nights during our Monday night mixer.
Oh no.
This is a game changer.
Experience is a good word for it.
Nintendo has also announced that you may be able to buy the dock separately. So that's worth keeping your eye on.
Wait, hold on. Pause. So if I could buy the dock separately, does my little undersized Switch fit in that?
Solid, maybe. It's not any like taller or wider, like in dimensions. Just the screen is different. So hypothetically, but knowing Nintendo, they're going to do something to like the USB-C port on the bottom of the Switch.
But they don't
Okay.
really, yeah.
Yeah, so you
Okay.
can't do that. But
I mean,
You know Nintendo likes to fuck with your backwards compatibility.
100%.
Let's
this
hope that
will-
they don't. But yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this will come with 64 gigabytes of internal storage and a 2-speaker system instead of the 1-speaker system that's currently on the current
That's
model.
for the best. That is for the best.
Oh, really?
The
64
one
gigs.
speaker systems. Yeah.
64 gigs of space, really? So you mean you could call this thing Nintendo Switch 64?
You know,
Okay.
that didn't occur
I
to
don't
me
know.
Are you
to
just
have-
asking to be struck down? Do you want to get smited?
It hasn't happened yet.
Oh, he's left the chat.
Oh, he got smited. Okay, Discord gods hit him.
Oh no.
Separately, there was a new controller announced for the Switch in Japan.
Switch
And
controllers are fun.
And I need to talk to you about this because it's a train conductor controller.
What?
And it's
Mhm.
exclusive to Japan. So the game it goes to, and pardon me, that's not my first language, so we're going to attempt it. Densha de Go,
Denshin.
Hashiru.
No, what? They're making more Denshin Dago? Oh my god! I did not-
Holy shit.
What? Holy
Okay,
shit! Really?
Shiro knows what that is.
What? You race trains. It's stupid. What?
Right, so that's
Sorry, there's
that-
a train racing game?
you race trains. What's going on?
I
they're
want
releasing-
that game. What? Competitive train simulator? Fuck yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my
What? For
gosh.
real? Okay, go on, Red. Go on.
Holy shit, that activated a memory in you I did not expect. But anyway, here we go. So it was an arcade game for the longest time in Japan and North America, I assume.
Dreamcast.
Right. And so it made an appearance on the PS2, strictly in Japan. And now it's coming to Switch and PS4. And this unique Nintendo officially licensed controller, it's what they recommend you play the game with.
Listen, man.
Why?
Because
Because money.
it's- you know, because it literally is a train simulator, so you need to have the exact panel, or else you're fucked. Okay.
Now,
Jesus.
this is a sequel and a collection of some of the games.
Holy fuck.
Of the games I just went through. So it's Densha
Wait.
de Go, Hashiru, no.
Not gonna
good luck.
attempt it.
No.
I
No,
like how there was the attempt.
I'm about on that one.
Do you want to type it so we can try?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, sure. Hang on.
Okay.
I'll
'Cause
drop it in
it's-
our Discord. Hey, did you know that we have a Discord? If you want to see what we do and how we build streams and such, you can join our Discord.
Are you putting in boardroom or editing? What are we putting
Boardroom.
in? Replacing this.
Boredom.
All right. Okay, let's check this out.
Hashiro Yamanote Sen? Or
Yeah, you got it. That's
yeah,
not hard.
Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah. Okay, let's say the whole title together. Ready? Okay. So Densha de Go, and then you do it. Okay.
Okay, I'm ready
Okay,
whenever
ready,
you are.
ready.
Yeah.
Densha de Go.
Uh-huh.
Hashiro Yamanote Sen.
Sen.
Yamanote
Perfect.
Sen, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, there you go.
Absolutely synced incredibly.
No, I just messed up on the last part, so I was like,
That's not our first language. We're
Oh man.
Mhm.
Listen, this segment took a wild turn. Shino, it's your turn.
It's
Let's
my
start with
Table, I think you're muted.
Yeah, it was a choice.
it do be
Okay.
like that.
All right. So throw something on the screen.
Yeah, let's start
Throw
with this wild thing from IGN that we're stealing.
Yeah,
Fuck,
go ahead.
We
throw it
love
up
stealing
there.
things from IGN. It's classic.
Yeah, we're
move.
still. Yeah, I mean, why not? So the stuff with Star Wars never ends with me. I always have something that guys. to tell
Oh,
you
you're
about
bringing
Star
this
Wars, right?
shitty news. Ooh.
Boy,
Yeah, I had to.
I saw
Because-
it and I was like,
It goes one of many ways, right? Because look,
Mhm.
I mean, Zack Snyder is Zack Snyder, right?
Yeah.
He's got some hits, maybe some misses, right? But I mean, for the most part, he's a guy who wants to really get his art on screen. Can't blame him for that. And visually, he does visually nice things. Can't blame him for that either, right?
He likes to get his
Okay.
grubby little hands in things.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes, Red. What do you got for me, man?
and his Christ allegories.
Yeah, and yes, he loves that a whole lot. He does.
I would love for him to read another book other than the Bible.
Well, see, so here's the fun thing. So Zack Snyder read a lot of Star Wars. And
I've read a lot of Star Wars. What about
Mhm.
it, Zach?
Well, you see, years ago,
In
Snyder had
a galaxy far, far away.
No. Let's not give him that kind of credit. Hold on.
No.
Hold on.
Okay.
A long time ago in a studio that in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, right?
Mhm.
right? Zack Snyder was reading a couple of Star Wars books, and then he got the bright idea to write a fucking script, and then he did, and submitted it to George Lucas, and Lucas was kind of like, and then he kind of sold it to Disney, and Disney was just like, no, Zach, no.
Oh shit.
We're gonna let you go home now, and we're probably not gonna call you. So you may want to find work somewhere else. Just
Oh my
just
God.
FYI. Okay. So that I mean, so, I mean that's why we got our 4-hour Justice League cut, right? I mean that's what he spent his time on after that. But remains that Netflix was like, well, the script doesn't seem that bad.
Netflix.
bad.
What the fuck are you talking about?
So they decided to rework the script and call it Rebel Moon because that's very separated from Star Wars.
Huh, Rebel. Moon.
Yeah.
Look,
Disney doesn't own the word rebel or moon, so we can call it whatever the fuck we want, as long as it's a pastiche or an homage.
Exactly.
Or
So
a
Zack
parody.
Snyder's plan. Oh, well. See, here's the thing. So this is literally, it's literally a lot of Star Wars stuff just renamed and reworked. So like when
I've read
this thing
books
gets,
like that.
yeah, when this happens, it's literally gonna just be like, what can I say? It's gonna be the common space opera trope you've already seen, but like
We're just gonna have Dark Father.
exactly right.
Shut
It's
your
just-
mouth.
yeah, exactly. Right.
Look,
Duke
Damn.
Starwalker and all that garbage, right?
Duke.
It's gonna happen. I don't want it to happen, but like Zack Snyder really hopes this turns into like a giant IP.
I don't want
Dukes.
that.
Wait, no,
Sorry,
I can
sorry.
one up you. I can
I
one
don't
up you.
want
I can
that.
one up you.
No. You did not just say those words in the same sentence, did you?
Listen, no.
He wants.
It's
He
not-
hopes. He fucking hopes it goes into a big IP. Does he know who he's competing against? Besides, let alone the anime universe, but fucking Star Wars. What is he
Wait,
on?
hold on. Pause, Red. Pause. Hold on.
Red, what do you got?
All right, wait, hold on. Are you hearing yourself? Listen to yourself carefully. This is a man who decided to put up a project against the entire MCU in a 4-hour movie.
Mm-hmm.
and succeeded.
Ambition?
And succeeded.
Ambition is nothing. He's nothing he's not aware of. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So doing Rebel Moon to compete with Star Wars, he's gonna do it.
He's gonna do it. Here's the thing: is he coming back for the universe though?
He's gonna. Put Zack Snyder put money in his lap. He's gonna do anything.
But I'm
It's like
talking about
Michael
his
Bay.
Snyderverse.
And like, no,
I'm
no,
talking
no,
about his
no, no,
Snyderverse.
No, not like Michael Bay. No. Michael Bay gets off on his own shit. No.
Yes.
A lot
Zack's-
of people get off on
Zack-
their own shit,
What
unfortunately.
do you
Not
think
wrong,
Snyder?
Table.
You don't think Snyder doesn't? What do you think half the movies in fucking slow mo?
No,
That's
no.
gratification.
Stop. Rude.
Shit.
Hey, for one.
Okay,
I think the
okay.
only man, if that man decides that that's what he's gonna do to one of his pieces of cinematic history, is what I'll call them.
Mm-hmm.
The only one in which I imagine him doing that to is Man of Steel.
Oh, but
Not Man of Steel too?
FYI, yeah, that's never happening. FYI, the movie 300 was literally 38 minutes long if you fast forward through all the slow mo.
That's
letting you know.
hilarious. However, I
So
have a
that-
different
wow.
name. I have a
It's a
different
40 hour.
name.
It's a 40-minute movie.
I have a different name for our main protagonist of this movie.
Rebel Moon.
Yeah,
Mhm.
ready?
Go ahead,
It's
please.
Duke Star
Uh-huh.
Strutter.
Starstruck.
That's
I
pretty
want
funny.
it. I want it.
I just look. I've read Star Wars books. I have.
Mhm.
If you chose to write your own script based on those books, I have a lot of questions because most of them are very bad. Like even when they have good ideas, they are not well written books.
Like,
Damn.
They're
like,
just
like,
not.
like Luke the clone with 2 U's in his name.
Fucking-
Shut up! Do not bring up Luke.
Stop it. Pause.
Wait,
Fucking
wait,
pause.
wait,
Pause.
Guy.
No. Both of you? Both of you? I know you can't see me. I know you can't see me fucking right now, but fucking who and what?
What? Luke Skywalker. Luke with 2
I need
U's.
you to. I need all of you to understand that is one creative writing class away from instead of doing 2 U's in umlaut.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the
Oh my
fuck
God.
up.
It was Luke.
Luke with 2
man.
U's is evil. That's all you need to know about him. He's evil and he sucks.
Yeah, that was.
Oh,
that was a-
I
man,
bet they
so
don't
shit.
call him Luke. They call him Lou.
No, they call him Luke.
Stop. Listen, if you want to hear an episode all about something that rhymes with Lou, you can tune into our YouTube channel where we did an entire episode on Bad Cow.
Oh,
We made good on our promise.
Yeah.
Please, there's beefy puns in there. Go watch it.
Oh man.
It's
Pretty good.
I would say it's our most chaotic episode yet.
I would call it the cream of the crop.
Stop it.
Dirty cream of the crop. There you go.
Oh jeez.
I feel good about
So tune in to that episode all about our Crusader.
There you go. All right. I brought you bad news. Give me some more. Give me some more news. Let's get away from Zack Snyder
What
right
else
now.
you got? What else you got that doesn't
Yeah.
involve Luke?
This is Marvel Slide 1. There's 2.
Let's go. What we got? Oh, all the Disney goodies. Yay.
Uh-huh.
So, in one corner,
Talk to me.
yeah, so Kevin Feige and Hugh Jackman decided to give everybody a lap dance and cock tease the idea of Wolverine coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Look on the
Batman.
screen.
Look,
Look on the screen.
look.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
While it's completely in character for Wolverine
Mhm.
to never stay dead, no matter what you do or how hard you try,
Mm-hmm.
please stop.
Now, here's the fun part. This doesn't mean it's a Wolverine for the MCU. It just means it's a Wolverine for most likely Deadpool 3.
I
Because
can
we
live
wanted,
with that.
yeah, because we wanted Hugh Jackman in that movie series for the longest time, and so has Ryan Reynolds. And I have some good news for you guys about Hugh Jackman. So there's a time period, yeah, where there's a time period where Hugh Jackman was really, really, really sick, very sick, in fact.
Yeah.
Right, and he was gonna bow out from acting and such, right?
Mhm.
And kind of quietly retire, maybe do some stage shows here and there to kind of just run out the rest of his career because he's
Yeah,
you know,
do
his
another
body's getting,
appearance in Les Mis. Yeah.
right, exactly, because his body's getting old and tired. It turns out that Hugh Jackman seems to be very up and healthy now.
Mm.
Been working out. Maybe he was having some health problems and he started seeing a
He's on the
physiotherapist
mend
or
or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you peep the picture over there, Hugh Jackman back in incredible shape for someone who's in his mid-50s.
Yeah, he's in his
That's
50s.
pretty good.
You can see his pecs through his shirt, which is impressive as always.
He's no longer
Don't ask
looking
why I was
tired, and I'm not gonna stop you. I'm not gonna stop you at all. And he looks about almost like he de-aged himself almost 10 years. So I think it's safe to say he's pretty much Wolverine. So I'm thinking we're getting this guy in Deadpool 3.
Hey man.
I think as long as they don't make him do any of the dehydrate yourself to the point you're gonna pass out for shirtless scene stuff, he'll be fine.
Yeah,
right.
and that's the thing, because I think the past medical reasons, he was being cautious beforehand, was because of I think relating to cancer possibly or
The
something like
dreaded
that
C
before.
word. Yep.
Yeah,
Wow.
so they were just that's why he was hey, I'm taking a break after this Logan movie. This is gonna be my final project, and then just do stage work as you mentioned. So he was just you know what, I'm gonna live my life.
And I guess
consciously.
Greatest Showman counts.
Yes, yeah,
Yes,
that would have
yes.
been another one too. So
Yeah.
that just this is where I stop and this is how it is. But yeah, as you mentioned, if they don't do that dehydration and do even small cameos with him as Wolverine in possible
it.
future projects, it could work. That way he's not doing too much, heavy-handed stuff.
Light work and a lot of stunt doubles, maybe. I think that's
No,
the
see,
strategy.
Now we're thinking too ahead. I don't think because this is the form of Deadpool. We don't have to follow a fucking rule set. So we can have Wolverine in here. We just don't have to have him be violent.
He could just
That's
be
also true.
I actually refuse to help you because you suck.
He
There
could
you
just
go.
walk. He could just Deadpool could full on do what Deadpool does, break the fourth wall and be like, "Hey, look, it's Wolverine," and Hugh Jackman could go, "Snicked," and then back to Deadpool and movie
And
continued.
there you go.
That is-
We don't
So-
know. This,
So they pull an
Exactly.
X-Men and basically just have him show up
Yeah.
in the bar and I'd be like,
yeah.
fuck you, and then just go
Right.
off.
We don't know the capacity yet, but we'll see in time, I suppose. But I mean, these
It
two guys
happens.
out here, they're out here and they're just out here cock teasing everybody right now. So just sit back
I think
and
it'd be
wait.
hilarious if his Wolverine broke the fourth wall and referred to him in Logan.
That would be
Yeah.
fun.
It'd be like,
You know what else
mm,
would be funny? Just some sort of stupid meta joke referencing fucking the worst version of Deadpool we've ever seen.
Oh, of
You
course
want
we're gonna
more,
talk about
Joe?
that.
Because we've seen the action figure. It's happened
Yeah.
already. But like put him
Yeah.
on screen with Hugh Jackman and him just going, I look way better than last time you saw me, huh?
Right, exactly.
Oh god.
Yeah, you're getting it.
I look way better not
At
having
least
to
he has a
carry a geriatric mental patient.
Well,
They didn't sew my mouth shut this time. Get fucked. Like
well, in other news, you guys want good news or bad news?
Good news.
Bad news.
Scary.
Oh,
Wait. Oh, let's come on, democracy here. Good news or bad news?
I said bad news because I just want to get it
Bad
over
news.
with.
Bad news. Bad news.
Okay.
It
we
is.
can end on a
first,
high
yeah.
note.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly.
Well, next week, Wednesday, will be episode 6 of Loki, and that marks the end of season 1. And that means for a while too. But season 2 has already been in production, so we don't have to wait that long. Right?
Well, I mean, it's
You guys
off
want-
the schedule currently, but
Yeah.
it'll come.
You guys want the good news?
Yes. Sir.
Yes, but before you jump to that,
Uh-huh.
next week here on twitch.tv/Nerd Crusade, our itty bitty nerdy committee will take a green and gold cloak, if you will.
There you go.
Next week, find us
Some
here.
illusions.
Exactly. Next week, find us here for the itty bitty Loki committee, where we will talk our way through the entire series, and we'll do sort of a review
Okay.
discussion.
We'll do our variant review, as you could say.
Yeah. But in good news, Black Widow comes out on Friday, finally, after like forever.
A million years and a half, yes.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
So her movie release will benchmark the halfway point of Phase 4. After that, we'll be waiting for Eternals, Shang-Chi, and then No Way Home will be our ender for Phase 4, and then we'll be heading to Phase 5, kind of.
I was now.
Uh-huh.
I want to hear the rest of your news,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't. I had yet to hear where Phase
Mhm.
4 had stopped and Phase 5 had started,
Mhm.
except for when he was
Phase-
on stage a couple years back and talking at D23.
Phase 4, they said, was going to be completely everything on TV. So everything was a TV project and less movie project. If Phase 5 would be more movies afterwards. So with the TV projects now come to an end, because Loki's the last one right now until the other ones start up.
Mm.
When the new ones come out, that will be the beginning of Phase 5. So right now we're running through. They said Phase 4 was going to be the smallest phase out of all of them. It's the shortest one. And what if is included in that?
I am seeing, and those that are in the chat can certainly correct me. I'm seeing Phase 4 is everything that's listed thus far to come out.
Oh yeah. From
Yeah.
what I was told, it's supposed to be the shortest one, and then the other series that come out later on will be the spark of Phase 5.
Yeah, from what I'm reading is everything all the way up to Fantastic Four,
Mm.
and including Fantastic Four is Phase 4.
Oh, then they probably since since adding Fantastic Four to the whole thing, they may have just pushed the project a bit further then, because Fantastic Four was a hush project for like a hot while, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Fantastic
So-
Four and Blade look to be all Phase
Oh, they-
4, all the way up.
Of course, so they added those motherfuckers back to Phase 4. So then that will be the end of that, and then Phase 5 is everything else afterwards. But yeah, what I want to know is everything that's been televised so far is part of that whole project.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking
Neat.
of, what if?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Right? They say it takes one question to change everything. So what if? You guys have any what ifs you
I'm-
like?
I got a couple.
Mm-hmm. Throw
Uh,
one out there.
It's the what if Spider-Man had the power cosmic,
Mm-hmm.
where it is essentially Captain Planet Spider-Man. It's real, or Captain Universe
Okay.
Spider-Man. It's real fucking cool.
Yeah. Table, you got
There-
one?
The Spider-Man what if he kept the symbiote is still ongoing, and that's been pretty fun so far. So that's the one that's on my mind most.
Mine has always been what if Wolverine killed the entire roster of the X-Men? Because
See, that's a good one. And
Yeah.
what if Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe? Also pretty fun.
Oh yeah, that one's actually a pretty good one.
Well,
Yeah, it's a good book.
after so long, I'm just going to make a mention out there in the great ether that is, somehow
Mhm.
Beastie pulled this one out of that ether and said, what if will be out in August? And lo and behold, they gave us a release date of August 11th. See,
Beastie,
No,
are you
hang on.
psychic?
Hang on.
I didn't-
So,
I didn't hold on. I didn't know Beastie was a Jedi name. All right.
so this man was at my house not 3
Yeah.
days ago. We're like, oh yeah, what the hell? What if like pop figures are showing up? By the way, all the pop figures are fucking cool, and I'm ordering 4 of them. By the way,
Yeah.
You have a problem.
I do not.
Hey.
Fuck you.
Damn.
I have a problem when I say I do. That's the first step to having a problem, isn't it?
Oh shit.
No, that's first step to recovery, but close.
Oh
I
god.
mean, yeah. It's
But-
just a hobby.
He was
Mhm.
he was at my house.
Sorry. Just looks back.
He was at my house not 3 days ago. We're like, haha, all the figures are coming out. And we're, getting posters and things are kind of getting leaked. And he's like,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be soon. It's going to be in August for sure. 3 days later, I'm at work. I open Twitter because I'm on a break. The What If Twitter account has posted a video. And the back of my mind goes, this bastard knew the whole time. Beastie, what else is coming from the MCU? Predict it. Here it is. Here you go. On blast.
I fucking can't. I'm so dead. Oh my god.
Witchcraft. Beastie, you're a witch. Congratulations.
Oh gosh,
Listen,
I don't know, Sabrina.
between you and you
Yeah.
predicting Sephiroth, this close to predicting Sephiroth
Oh man.
more than once. Listen, table,
Oh shit.
the next person to predict shit is not going to be me.
Aww.
My life's too
Must be-
wild to
Yeah,
conceive
nothing
of that.
you.
Oh jeez.
All right, I'll do my best to tap into the wiles of the universe and let you
The
know something
ether.
stupid.
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, Nintendo wasn't listening to me for Devil May
Okay.
fucking cry.
Oh,
but-
no. They heard you. They heard you.
No,
They heard
they
you.
just-
Oh no, they didn't. No, they didn't. Because you know what?
They heard you.
No, they didn't. No, listen. Y'all need to understand. They did not. Because if they did, they would have respectfully put up the proper logo title for Devil May Cry. You know what they did?
They did in other
said
countries.
Super Smash. They put fuck it. They fucked America then because fucking
No,
all they did.
I have the reason for that.
Okay, but all this for North American release, they were like
Uh-huh.
Super Smash Bros. Showing skins for me skins.
Mm-hmm.
Dante.
Some guy.
Fuck.
Dante.
So the reason for
McDude.
that is because
Okay.
the live stream is rated T for teen.
Uh
Mm-hmm.
huh.
And so to
Mm.
feature like showing
mature game.
anything for a rated M game would then mark the trailer up to rated M. And so that's why Fallout was like that. That's why a couple other games were like that too. That's why Joker is just Joker in his release trailer.
Okay. You know what?
And
They
not
get
Persona
my
5.
forgiveness.
It's
Beastie,
not
man. Listen, man.
they heard you,
They heard
but
you.
they heard you in
Yeah, they heard you in a way. They're like, listen, we'll give you Dante, but for 99 cents.
Yeah. Oh, you want Travis touchdown too? As a meat
Kirkland
skin.
Dante.
Fucking Christ, yeah, I know.
rude as hell.
Oh god. But the only reason I made
I love that we're sticking to that. Perfect my shit right
It's
now.
funny. It's funny every time.
It's so good. The only reason going back to this Marvel situation,
Uh-huh.
that made sense because I was like, okay, like we have a Loki, which is now finishing up as we mentioned. We
Mhm.
have Black Widow, which is coming out tomorrow.
Mhm.
And then I was like, okay, so what other things do we have? Like besides What If? Technically, there was nothing project-wise that was coming out for TV, and I
No,
think the only
yeah.
next movie was what Eternals, right?
Yeah.
Eternals or Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi, then Eternals.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which so in between, I was like, okay, technically, what only makes sense was going to be either August, which was a good like spot to have it and let it sit, or we have like September, like a fall release at least, right?
Yeah, that's what I figured. I figured we were going for like
Listen,
a, like
I
a
appreciate
fall,
your whole
October,
heck of
you
a
know?
deal. I still say you're psychic.
I man, the only thing that I'm really confused that confirmed it was the pop figures. I was like, oh, these sneaky bastards, they're really doing this, huh? I mean,
I think you
guys
spent too
teasing.
much time.
Oh, you know Funko doesn't care about everybody
know,
else's
I
feelings.
know.
He don't give a
I think
shit, man.
you've been spending way too much time playing Smash. Haha, watch us play Smash on Mondays. Playing as Lucas from Smash Brothers, and you've
Uh-huh.
and you like it imprinted on you psychic
Evil.
powers.
Evil.
The PK is in now in my brain.
We gotta keep working that magic, dude. You have to keep focusing on there, and I have to keep focusing on Nintendo. We'll be all right. All right.
Fair enough.
Table, I don't know
We're-
what we're
we're-
gonna do, but we'll do something.
Die, probably. Don't worry about it.
No!
Wow.
Oh my god.
Anyway, on that note, Shino, is that all?
Anyways.
Is that all for your news?
No, I got last bits of news here. So, What If is coming out, and that will also be the last time we will have anything recorded with Chadwick Boseman's voice. This will be his very, very last role in ever. Nothing else after this will have him featured. This is quite literally his final role, voicing himself on What If as Star Panther. So,
That's badass.
yeah, man, prepare yourself for that's gonna be the last. That's gonna be the last time we hear of him ever in any capacity. So, yeah,
I'm gonna cry.
yeah, it's gonna be rough to watch, but yeah, that's my
will
news,
be.
y'all.
So before we jump
Yeah.
to more from the House of Mouse, we're gonna run ourselves an ad. If you don't want to see the ad, you can subscribe to us using your Twitch Prime. $5. Twitch takes the penny. With that in mind, we'll see you in 60 seconds.
Peace.
So, fun
The House
fact,
of
we're at
Mouse, you
fun
bastard.
fact, we're at 48 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I noticed.
So, oopsie.
Look, this week's book, actually, there isn't all that much to talk about, so I'm not super worried about it.
Yeah, we're gonna blow through this shit because wow.
Like I picked it because I wanted to keep reading it, and I really only kind of like had time to read one thing this morning, and I was like, "Fuck it, that's most interesting." So
Yeah, a choice sure was made.
I can be decisive.
This book is just a. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that was.
Yeah, it's just a lot of bad vibes and
I
weird
guess that was
vibes.
a whole comic. All right, sure, thanks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you kind of get to the end of it, and you're like,
This is 10.
"Thank you."
You know what? I
5,
think I might have to
4,
get that Black Panther
3,
fucker. Then.
2.
I'm
One.
getting one. I'm getting one for sure.
Howdy.
All right, Beastie, you next.
Yeah. So, Disney has released, or Disney Animation Studios, I guess, if you want to be specific. But they released
Disney,
a new,
sorry.
exactly, yeah. They released a new trailer for a movie that will be coming out, called Encanto. So you're like, oh, what is this? What am I seeing here? Well, I'll explain real quick. In the description that I've been given, set in a fantasy version of Colombia with a beautiful ensemble of Latinx characters. This is marking Disney's 60th animated venture that will follow family members who all possess magical powers like super strength, shape-shifting, and the abilities to control animals and plants. So, like with that little girl you're seeing in like the frontier, she's gonna be the one that can control the plant, the animals. There's more in the images too. On the image on the side where someone who can heavy lift, like super heavy lift, like carts and oxes. It's wild stuff. And then you see this girl, I think on the top right, can manifest the plants with the pink floral display. That's another one that can have powers as well. But yeah, basically everyone in this whole village. Honestly, think about it like this. We're gonna put it like in anime versions. Everyone has a quirk.
Oh,
yeah,
there we
yeah,
go.
no.
All right.
Yeah. So
This also sounds like some book I read forever ago that was just some YA thing that was like, everyone in the family has some sort of ability and it develops at some point in your life, and some people's are more obvious, some people's are less obvious. Sounds like a similar premise.
It reminded
Yeah.
you of a book, but not My Hero Academia?
Fuck you.
oh my god. Oh man.
I
So-
don't spend a lot of time on My Hero anymore. Fuck.
We did an episode on it!
And
I let it.
you did a great job, Beastie. You killed it.
Thank you.
Yo, my
I
ribs
appreciate
hurt. Oh my
I
god.
know. But to give you more explanation on this, the main character who's on the top right corner with the glasses is Mirabelle. So in a sense, this version's of Deku per se, but she's being voiced by Brooklyn Nine-Nine star Stephanie Beatrice, who was also, I believe, in Lin-Manuel Miranda's also.
Lin-Manuel Miranda, yep.
Thank you. His other recent project too, that was a more Latinx focused cast.
Into the Heights, yep. Or in the
Yes, there we go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So she's going to be in this project as well. But that character is the only person to not possess a special gift. So when she discovers that her family's magic might be under threat, she realizes that she's the only one who can save it.
It
So
all
that's
comes back to family.
yeah. But yeah,
I found the book.
you found a book?
It's called Savvy by Ingrid Law. It's got
Okay.
3.98 on Goodreads. Anyway, keep going.
That's good. Okay. But yeah, directing this movie is going to be Brian Howard and Jared Bush, co-directed and co-written by Cerise Castro Smith, and features music written by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Oh, of
You got
course.
it.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
there we
yeah,
go.
yeah. Good job.
Yeah, so
Got it.
yeah, so it's gonna be that's gonna be a whole ensemble of like just like the higher ups directing and handling this. But yeah, this is gonna be something very interesting nonetheless to see on a more Latin or Latinx casting. So
Hey man,
it's
I'm
cool.
always up for a cultural ride, so why not, man?
Listen,
Give me
Coco sent me down like a deep crying space.
one. Oh yeah.
That looks at some Latinx characters too, and you know what? I'm in.
Yeah, man, all for it. Yeah.
And,
Do I
and
want
the
to
thing
cry
about
more? Maybe.
oh jeez, and the good thing about the trailer too is that like I'm not really like shooting at anybody here. Like Lin-Manuel's recent project, like In the Heights, or as you mentioned before, people apparently were kind of getting giving backlash a bit to it because there wasn't enough diversity of like Black Latinx castings.
Okay.
Which understandable. It's like yes, like that's a small thing that was kind of missed, and he obviously apologized for that. But in this trailer, you can see like a whole diversity of let alone just people of color for Latin speaking people, but it's like black, white, and then just like kind of a whole mix in between as well too.
That next mixed bag of stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
So
exactly.
here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
How many people of color in this movie will turn into animals and stay that way for 80% of the movie?
That's an important question, and we don't know.
Will they have electricity powers?
Let's just hope that doesn't be the situation. Oh man.
Black character wear yellow. Never mind.
Be what?
I said, will the black character wear yellow? I'm gonna stop right there.
Who knows? But yeah, no, the trailer is already out. If you want to look it up, it's I think a good 2 minutes or so. So it gives you like a lot to like visualize and see. But it's very beautiful, honestly. So some good stuff.
Okay, I'm interested. What else you got?
I got this next piece, which is gonna be really quick. But if anybody knows about Blade Runner,
Of course.
yes,
Yeah.
Blade Runner is getting an anime.
Go on.
Go on.
So just before I continue that factor, Jessica Henwick, who I mentioned in last week's news for Knives Out 2, is going to be confirming to star in Adult Swim's Blade Runner Black Lotus, is what it's called.
Okay.
Yes.
I dig this.
Yes. So the anime series follows a female replicant and includes air quotes familiar characters from the universe.
Okay.
And the voice casting is Asira Shida, Will Yun Lee, Shinshu Fuji, Samira Willie, Takaho Hanada, and Brian Cox, Wes Bentley, Josh Duhamel, Barkad Abdi. I don't know if I pronounced the first one right, and Peyton List. So are also among the voice casts. So,
for those who may not recognize Justin Henwick, but she was Colleen Wing, Iron Fist, the real Iron Fist. She she's the real Iron Fist.
Yeah,
not that.
The only good character in that show. Anyway.
Yeah.
The one that was the chosen one. I mean, what?
No, yeah, exactly. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no. So, I don't know if there's a trailer. I would have to double check if there is. I'll put it in chat, or people can look it up later on once this is posted. But the visuals of just alone the screen captures of like the artwork looks really cool. So
yeah, it looks pretty polished and looks nice. So I'm interested because I love Blade Runner. So. And 2049 is a pretty good sequel. I don't care what anybody says. That was pretty hype. So
it's super inoffensive anyway. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, right on. Thank you, because the movie's a shit. I love that movie.
There appears to be a trailer for it from Crunchyroll, so it's 2 minutes and 14. I'll post it in the chat here if people want to take a look at it. Save for later, all that stuff.
I will definitely do that. All right.
But yeah, that is all for my news.
Sick. All right, you two. What do you got?
All right, so for those that paid to see through the ad, you heard us talk a little bit about the book that we were discussing this week. Hey y'all. The House in the Lake 2. The Nice House in the Lake book 2.
Yeah.
Oh
If
shit!
you were here 4 weeks ago, you will have heard us read the first one, and we were pretty excited because it's got a lot of fucked up stuff, but also it has some pretty interesting premises, and we were kind of excited to see where that goes. Now, we probably should have guessed it wasn't going to go anywhere by issue 2, but issue 2 is, I'm going to go with not as interesting. I mean, obviously, it kind of has to explore the emotional ramifications of what happened in the last one. For those who weren't here or don't remember, because it's been an entire month, which, fair, I barely remember things that happened 3 days ago. A whole bunch of people. I think it's 9 of them. I can count the things on the image. Give me a sec. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. 10 people.
10 dual commandments. Anyway.
10 people get invited by their buddy, Walter, to go to a nice house on a lake for like a week and
Roll
just spend
credits.
this time together. Yeah. Unfortunately, Walter is a part of some non-human race that had actually chosen the first day of their visit to end humanity. And so everyone else is dead.
Oh.
And they melted or caught fire or something. It's hard to say because our protagonists could only experience it through the internet and people's freaking out about it on social media and stuff and going, why are people's faces melting? Which, yeah, I want to know too, and we don't have an answer yet. It ended with one of our characters, Nora, attempting to punch Walter about it. This didn't work because he's a non-human entity and he exploded her arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
I
is
remember
where
that.
we pick up for today's book. So we actually open with one of the characters. So if you look at the front cover of the book, you'll notice that there are the 10 symbols that represent the characters. And this time, instead of the first one, which represented the artist, our initial protagonist being highlighted, it's the second one. And I can't remember what this guy's title is because there's 10 characters with both a name and a title, and I cannot be bothered to associate the two. Sorry, James Tinian the fourth.
Damn.
Pick a more basic premise or way of identifying your characters. But anyway, it starts with that guy sitting in a fiery, like, the background is fiery again. He is mostly in grays and monoscale colors, and he's talking about his relationship with Walt and also his reaction, Walter, and his initial reaction, which was horror and basically shock. He went into shock. And someone else tried to administer medical care to the person whose arm exploded, but he was too busy going, which, fair. He flashes back to, when he and Walter were roommates, and Walter was like, do you think anyone likes me? Which is a weird thing to say when you're planning on ending a species, but sure, be insecure about your social life.
Friends matter.
And yeah, it's true. And
F is for friends. Stop.
The encounter ends with them hugging and Walter asking him, just don't hate me, okay? No matter what, even if everyone else does, please don't hate me. And he gets that promise that no matter what, only love. Of course, this was weird, but embarrassingly enough for the speaking character, he admits that he actually kind of wishes it had been someone else that turned out to be an extra, like, non-human entity fucking it up, because he kind of just wanted to sit with his friend in the aftermath of this. Like, with everything being awful, that's the person he wanted for comfort. And he wasn't there.
Which is kind of nice.
Sad times. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then we switch formats a little bit. And instead of comic panels, we get a house log transcript of basically the immediate aftermath of Walter fucking off. So they go, did he just disappear? What is happening? Is her arm okay? The answer to all of this is, yes, we don't know, and no, it's definitely not okay, in that order. The doctor helps with medical care, because I guess that's his job here. They get a first aid kit, they talk, and we get the title card, which is just a nice picture of the house on the lake. there's a fun little effect where the letters above the water reflect in the water, which I think is nifty.
Ooh, okay. Ooh.
And then we cut back to our POV character for the day. Again, I don't care about his name. I'm sorry. And
Damn.
which I think is a bad sign for my enjoyment of this book.
Oh,
There's
shit.
too much going on for me to care about the guy's name. Bad writing. Whatever.
Yeah.
That's part of the problem with my thing as well. Is like, who the hell is Mark, and why do I care?
Yeah. Who are you?
Like, by issue 2, I should be able to point out characters, and I just wow.
Yeah. The issue with the art style as well is, for all that they're not like, they all have distinct faces and stuff, but all of the colors blend together on the page. Your protagonists do not stand out most of the time, not even from each other. So it's really hard to keep track of people.
Like, it's certainly an artistic choice, and it's neat, but like,
yeah,
I can't tell in this top panel. I can't tell really where our character is or what his anatomy looks like.
Yeah, there's a reason that traditional comic book characters have stupidly bright costumes. It's so you know where they are on the panel. You can track them across the page because, you know, they're the idiot in red, yellow, and green. And stylistic choices, but it does fuck with your comprehension. So we find out that our protagonist is one of the few who has like a partner or something that was invited with him because, you know, they go through their little morning routine and they're like, haha, let's not talk about trauma. Let's go to breakfast. He takes a shower. He enjoys the very lovely view of the lake. And Walter shows up. And that's where we find out the guy's name. His name is Rick because Walter says, hi, Rick.
Oh,
Perfect. I'm glad that's Rick.
Rick.
Yeah. Rick,
Of all names.
Rick's POV.
Cool, Rick.
So the coolest thing on panel here is that Walter's reflection's all fucked up while he looks normal, like face to face. And he goes, yeah, sorry about spooking you. I was hoping you could help me with something. Then we cut back to the transcript kind of vibe, except now we have some pictures, which includes them lifting up the injured party onto a table, them freaking out. It's not very interesting, I'll be honest. Someone is particularly losing their shit because their husband wasn't invited, so he's definitely dead now.
Then we cut to this really, like, obsessive, like, just very formulaic. So one of the characters is trying to associate all the bonds with everybody and sort of make a designated
who knows who
schedule.
and why.
Right. And make sort of a designated schedule to give themselves structure, to give themselves something.
No, that's Walter's schedule.
Oh,
Walter gave them an itinerary. And, like, because they talk about it later, but I also didn't know what it was when I was looking at it because, again, it's been a month. I didn't reread the last book before we read this one. I was like, why is there an itinerary here? But it was Walter's. Walter gave them an itinerary, and the artist from the last one is trying to figure out why the fuck she's here. Because everyone else knows each other. She doesn't know who any of these people are. Not really. Other than, like, Walter talked about them sometimes.
Okay.
They realize
and then we get reminded her name, Ryan. Because, again, the writers don't even expect you to know who these people are, which is confusing. Sorry, Red, I cut you off. What were you about to say?
And then we cut to the fact that Walter brought in fresh bagels from Brooklyn, and they are not in New York. They're a couple states more inward.
They're in Wisconsin.
Yeah. So, and they are like fresh.
Fresh bagels.
So they're still trying
and
to
they're
figure
also
out exactly what Walter is to make that possible.
They also get existential, like, is this the last time we're ever going to have fresh bagels?
Is that your only concern right now?
Haha, it's not. It gets worse.
No. People are having emotional breakdowns, but, like, for sure, like, it's every aspect of your day, right? You actually can't stop thinking about it. Even if you're like, well, just get through breakfast. You're looking at the fresh bagels and you're like, I will never have fresh bagels again because no one here knows how to make bagels. Fuck. You know?
Man, I suppose.
So because this got a little bit too existential for one of our characters, they're going out for a cigarette.
And never coming
And-
back.
Actually, no. She goes and meets up with the person whose arm got exploded, and they smoke together. Now, again, the characters have to introduce themselves to each other because the authors don't expect us to know their names, which is weird. Why is your cast so big if you don't think we can keep them straight?
My theory is this cast will become a little bit smaller soon, but that's just
People are going to die.
Yeah.
But like, why couldn't they have had 2 separate houses on the lake with 5 people each? And they meet up and they discover that Walter did this for both of them. You could have done this.
Listen, people
Maybe Walter
keep
can't
track
afford
of
that
Big
kind of
Brother
real
with-
estate.
Listen, people keep track of Big Brother with 23 contestants.
Yeah,
Just a
but
lot.
I don't trust those people.
Hard facts. So their discussion leads to, well, if Walter's keeping everything sort of like stocked, what are the
And
odds?
nice for us.
Yeah, what are the odds he's got an entire field of tobacco and we'll just have to like start smoking it in pipes? Because he knows of our, vices and coping mechanisms.
Yeah, and Walter makes it clear he wants them to be happy. Like, he tried to say that in the last book, that, like, he wanted them to live out the rest of their days in comfort and joy, as much as you can do when the world ended. And the one girl, Sarah, she says, well, the odds of me killing someone if there are no cigarettes is pretty fucking high, so let's go see if we can find a stash. And then some other motherfucker comes running into the front room. I don't know who he is. He's wearing glasses.
Unnamed for the rest of the book.
I don't know who this guy is. But he shows up and he pulls the "there's something you need to see" trope. But he's kind of right. So he pulls everyone who's around, which is most people, other than, the guy, Rick and his girlfriend.
And Arms Floaty Man.
Yeah.
Arms Bloody Man. Okay.
Yeah. And so Nora and Sarah, the person with the team cigarette, are poking around.
Perfect.
We get to see like little bits of the floor plan as they do, which is kind of a cool stylistic thing. And they're just like, wild. Apparently Walter really got into sensory deprivation tanks a couple of years ago. Weird.
But there is an entire spa. There is a as Table said, there's a whole ass movie theater.
They get to a library full of all of the books and comics that Walter has been recommending people that they never read, which is pretty funny. There are some recognizable titles up there. One of the big ones that stands out is what appears to be most of Sandman.
It's all of Sandman. That's enough collections to make it all.
Yeah. There's Lord of the Flies. There's Everything Matters. I don't know what that is. It sounds like a self-help book.
But the other thing
Love
it's
and
filled
Explosives.
The other thing it's filled with is like a whole bunch of how-to books for like how to, build things, how to repair a boat, like things they're going to need for the apocalypse.
Yeah. But while they're poking around in the library, they find a keyhole with a key in it. Again, on the back of one of the bookshelves, and they go, spooky.
I half
Wonder what
expect
Walter's
them to
hiding.
pull out a dragon scale out of it and go, I wish I may, I wish I might.
Oh my gosh.
That is a deep pull, Red. What the shit?
You're
Someone-
welcome!
You bringing up Dragon Tail?
Man went to PBS Kids.
Oh,
Bringing
God.
up Dragon
I'm so damn old. I don't even know what Dragon Tail fucking is.
So
I'll
it was
take your
this
word for it.
PBS show where two Latinx brother and sister
Hmm.
go to the world of
It's Rainbow
dragons, and to
Dragons,
get
yeah.
there, they go into this
There's a
treasure
whole-
chest from a lock and key, hold this scale, say this magic phrase, and then the episode kind of starts the way they go.
Okay. Oh, that's the
Yeah.
formula. All right. Okay.
Anyway, they make a joke about this being where Walter hides his weird, fucked up flesh tornado porn.
Wow.
I want to be clear. The phrase "flesh tornado" appeared earlier in the book, and I didn't mention it, so I felt the need to bring it up now.
Flash tornado.
That's
Yeah.
Don't
that
like
is
that.
something.
Meanwhile, out front, glasses guy is showing them one of the weird fucky statues and is like, "All right, you gotta touch it, and if you touch it, you'll see your
Flesh tornado.
home.
Sorry.
Oof. No, you will see your home in the way it looks like now.
Yeah, you see what's happening at your home right now. Artist Ryan touches it, and we get a really fucked up panel that's very large. I assume it's 2 pages. I am looking at it online. Hard to be sure.
It's on screen now.
Yeah, there's fire and explosions, and people are melting in weird directions. I think the one guy looks like he has like 4 eyes, which is very confusing. If I was melting, I'd at least want to melt with the right number of eyes, you know? Maybe that's just me.
Just you.
Fair. So she freaks out, and then we cut to Rick and his girlfriend, who I still don't know the name of either, and he's like fucking around on the piano, and he goes, "Look, if this is following his conversation with Walter," and he kind of seems to go, "I think we should try and live out our lives here as happily as we can, given that there doesn't seem to be a way out."
How can I when
Because
there's no more
invisible-
bagels?
There's an invisible wall surrounding the property they can't leave. And it is nice. Objectively, everything there is really nice. You could just enjoy it and try not to freak out. And obviously, people are going to freak out, but he thinks that's like why Walter made an itinerary. So there was structure to their day. So they could get together every day at least once for dinner together. And they could kind of connect and support each other or whatever.
Bonding.
And
Family.
yeah, him going through this is
Family.
interplayed, like, is contrasted with images of everyone out front touching the fucked up statue and losing their goddamn minds about it. And towards the bottom of the page, we see that Team Cigarette has opened the weird spooky door, and they've found
An
guns
armory.
and C4. There's an armory on the other side for some reason.
What is this? What is this world?
Well, the way Rick phrases it is he thinks that if the people in this house end up being unwilling to adjust to their new life, well, Walter probably had a plan for that too.
Take him out to pasture. How nice.
Take each
I don't see
other
what
out
the
to
C4
pasture.
is necessary for. Yeah,
Probably just to blow up the house and make it all go away.
that's fair.
Mhm.
And as he embraces his girlfriend or whatever, and they say their I love yous, he's looking over her shoulder, making eye contact with fucked up looking Walter, and he says, "Always." Which is like, are you telling Walter that you love him? Is that the vibe here, Rick? Your girlfriend needs comfort right now, you weirdo. I know your fleshy, spooky friend is over there, but don't be rude.
So, like,
But that's where the book ends.
wild. Gentlemen, thoughts in the book?
I learned a new word today. Flesh tornado. I don't never let it go.
It's a very interesting topic, that's for sure.
Graphic.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
if this was released more than once a month, I'd be a little bit more inclined
I think
into
the
it.
problem with
just 'cause-
it is just it's so like concentrated.
In
I
what
think
sense?
it's-
it's 30 pages long plus ads, or like including ads.
Yeah.
So like it's only about 27 pages a book.
And also
Question.
like there's so much to like focus on around this, and like this probably should have been just an oversized 2 and 3, or like
I was
3
gonna
at
ask
the end
you,
of
so-
1.
How long is this series supposed to be for?
It looks to be
I assume it's
based on the cover. It's going to be 10 issues.
10.
10. Ooh. Okay. Ooh,
Like,
that's a
it's-
long haul.
I
man.
wonder if they should have compressed it into like a 6 miniseries of just like
yeah.
big
Like
issues.
8.
Yeah.
8 is
Yeah,
oversized.
like-
10,
Yeah.
10 is long, and at the pace they're putting them out, that's
That's
kind
most
of
of the
like
year.
yeah, that's
and
it's
it was
being
pushed back. And you
dedicated.
can tell that it was pushed back because the itinerary says June, and it's probably meant to have come out last June.
Right? Yeah.
Also, could you imagine trying to put out a book like that given the Backstreet Boys? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
There was no way that was getting released.
I mean, long run, I don't know. I'm like, I would like to know exactly where the fuck this is going because shit's like
Yeah,
weird.
I
But
agree. I'm probably gonna finish the
Right.
series because I want to know, but like, it's
I
not
would probably buy the
great.
oversized because it's DC and they'll release
Yeah.
an oversized.
at that point,
movie.
yeah, I think yeah, it's better off. You might as well just wait for the whole thing to just drop as a graphic novel and just read it like that.
Yeah,
'Cause,
I
the
think it'll be
pacing it's
good.
giving you.
But
Yeah.
yeah, the
My
pacing
final
sucks.
thought about this specific issue is that it wasn't worth $5.99.
No. It's
Yeah, I
actually
was
not.
I was gonna say like from what I'm getting out of out of the storytelling, I was just sitting like I didn't really learn anything new.
If you
No,
can
you
wait
don't
2 weeks,
find out
right?
anything new.
if you can
Yeah,
wait 2
right,
weeks and
so-
buy it on like Comixology and read 1 and 2 back to back, you will get more enjoyment out of both. I promise.
Yeah.
I'm betting so because it's more cohesive. But I mean, like, still, it's like I feel like with the second issue, you should still learn about a little something more, right? But we're getting the same old like,
Like, I
And we
get that
A
you
little
had
bit,
these
but
characters
not
world
enough,
end.
in my personal
yeah,
Yeah. And like you totally have to explore the emotional ramifications of that because it's super fucked up. But
because it's
like
the Metalocalypse.
yeah. But I mean, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess it's the way of going. I don't know. It just feels like like nothing new happened here. We didn't really learn anything new.
they found
other
out about a
than-
fucked up statue. They found out about
Yeah.
some guns.
and that's
Yeah.
it, right? Like, I don't know. Overall, from like witnessing what's happening at home is interesting. Like, it's interesting still. Like, I'm pretty sure this is motherfucking the end of the world and this is purgatory. But I mean, like,
Yeah, it's all
I-
interesting concepts.
Yeah.
It's just
just want to confirm that.
there's no substance here.
No, nothing. Yeah, that's what I'm.
Not
getting out
even
of that.
fucking characters to hold on to. I don't know who these people are, and I don't know why I should care about them.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm not getting any sensation out of these guys. Like, nothing's really hitting me. No characters are really standing out. It's just like Well, I mean, again, it's issue 2, and I guess if you have a plan for 10 issues, you got to have like,
Something.
your rise or climax and your come down. So I'm guessing there's something there, but I don't know. Patience, I guess.
It's also a weird choice to have a 10-issue series and switch
Mhm.
POVs at every point.
Yeah, that could be
Because-
disjarring too.
Getting connected to any of these characters is not going to be easy.
Yeah, no. Threading,
Like-
guys. Threading's a big thing, man. You got to thread that shit together,
Mhm.
right?
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We
Yeah.
probably won't pick this book next month, but I'll probably still pick it up.
But who will probably pick our book next month is you, loyal Crusaders. If you follow us on Twitter at Crusade Nerd, every Thursday or so, right in about the early morning, I try very hard, we post 3 books and we let you all on Twitter and Instagram decide what book we read. If you want to follow us on the rest of our social platforms, you can find us on Instagram at Nerd Crusade. You can find us on TikTok, because why the hell not? Also at Nerd Crusade. And you will find us right here on twitch.tv/Nerd Crusade every Monday and Thursday for more of the stuff we do. You can find our sister show on YouTube, where we will continue exploring the Marvel and DC comic houses here for a little while, based on our slate.
We got a lot to get through on them.
Mhm.
With that in mind, what we like to do at the end of our show is we like to continue this, send people to where we can continue the conversation.
But before we go,
Mm.
we did have a little bit of news from Shino himself.
Yeah, I found out something just a little bit earlier tonight while we were going through the
Oh.
book. But seems Robert Downey Jr. has unfriended everybody on his social media accounts. Like he's just peaced out.
Okay, bye.
Yeah.
You good?
And
no,
I mean, like,
obviously not. Healthy
yeah.
people don't do that.
he literally just dropped everybody, like the entire gang. Chris Evans and the entire gang. They're no longer on his Twitter account, and he's got nobody friended now. It's kind of weird, but yeah.
Weird.
Also, he didn't come back for What If. That's not Robert Downey Jr. voicing Iron Man.
No, he's gone. It seems like he's exited the entire thing. Like he's actually gone now.
He took
So-
the money and he's like, I'm done.
Yeah,
and now
after
it makes me
Doolittle, he
question
took
if-
his money and ran.
Right, and now it makes me question if he's even going to be in Ironheart. I'm not even sure if he's going to be in it anymore.
I wouldn't bet on it. Again,
Right,
Tony Stark in that one is largely a voice. It can be
Yeah.
anybody.
exactly. So
And-
it looks like RDJ is completely gone from MCU. Period.
And my thought is,
Bye.
like, after doing, like, executive producing and having his filthy little fingers all up in Sweet Tooth,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's just maybe where Robert Downey was just like, this is just something I haven't done. I've had a big, long career, and just bowed out.
Yeah, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Right on.
And listen,
Good
So-
for
that
him.
man made billions of dollars from the MCU and will continue to receive royalty checks until
For the rest
he is
of
no
his
longer a
fucking
person.
life.
He's just an estate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. But he said goodbye.
Darn shame.
Fucking odd. But anyway,
I
let's send everybody to where we can continue a conversation. We will
Roger,
send
Roger.
you to our local comic shop, Variant Edmonton, who just moved locations. Just
Oh,
up the
did they
street
now?
from just up the street from their old location. So-
Bigger spot.
Yeah,
Good for them.
much less
Good
home.
for them. God,
Now I gotta go check them out again for sure.
Yeah.
Right? Gotta learn the new layout.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
we will send everybody there.
Right on.
With that in mind, we will see you all later.
Have a good night.
Roger.
Peace.
Thanks for stopping by.
Later.